Alright everybody, welcome back to your Armaggeddon GoDz Asia Grand Slam. I am GoDz, and we're on some weird here with our last match of today. Luckily for my voice, it is starting to disappear. Between some new mellow low tones, which is great for me, but unfortunately not great for the health of my voice. There's Gangster here from the Philippines, up against first departure of Singapore. What, as said, this will be our last game of the day. Both these two teams, well actually one of these two teams in their earlier match today. Gangster won their round 1 match. First departure, this is their first match of the tournament. They didn't have a match in their winner bracket round of 16. They got directly into this winner bracket quarterfinals, and they're finding themselves up against a strong Filipino team in Gangster. We're going to have first departure playing over on the Dire side, led by their captain Miracle, one of sort of the strongest Southeast Asian, or at least Singaporean, carries out there. Really a strong individual player. He's been leading this first departure team for some time now, and coming into this tournament, first departure, most likely one of the favorites here. Them as well as ABC are kind of your top 2 picks as far as taking away the title here. We'll see whether or not Gangster can have anything to say about that. They're from the Philippines. They won their match earlier on today, and they are playing over on the Radiant side, led by their captain Heinrich. As I'll have to see, wait and see what they look to get out here. They've given away a Shadow Demon first pick to Miracle after banning out the Undying as well as Life Stealer. Miracle banned out the Batrider as well as Nyx Assassin. Now we see the first 2 picks coming out from Gangster, Magnus as well as Darkseer. So they're going all out pretty much for team fight from the start. Darkseer is your offlaner, Mag is your solo mid, and from there, well, they can really go anything with this trial lane. They can need to pick up probably a support with this 3rd pick, otherwise, well, the go-to supports get taken out, and this is really the problem. Keeper of the Light still in the pool, gets snagged by first departure as well as an anti-mage, and the beauty of having Shadow Demon as well as Keeper of the Light means you can't really go offensive trialing against the anti-mage, because Shadow Demon Keeper of the Light will absolutely destroy you with that Illuminate. This pretty much guarantees anti-mage will free farm. So Gangster, if anti-mage is going to free farm, they're going to make sure they have a free farming carry of their own. They grab the Faceless Void. There's your hard carry for them, and they've pretty much given away their 3 core heroes now. Faceless Void is your main carry in the safe lane. Mag can go mid, Darkseid to the off lane. Now they just need their 2 supports. So it makes first departure's life easy. They know what they need to ban. Heroes like the Rubik, heroes like Lina, Leshrac, maybe some of those jungling supports, but for the most part, anything that fits in that support role is what we're going to be seeing banned out here from first departure. Over on the Gangster side, well, they see 2 supports picked up, the carry picked up. All they have to do is ban out solos now. So both teams kind of know what the other team want, and we'll see them ban respectively. Rubik the first ban. Now we see heroes probably like Queen of Pain, Puck, maybe even Tinker getting banned out. First departure also known for sometimes running a Doombringer as one of their 2 solos, so maybe we see even something like a Doombringer being picked up from first departure, possibly a Doombringer ban if Gangster have done some of their homework. Queen of Pain for now is going to be the ban. There's 2 more bans coming their way. Disruptor actually getting taken out by Miracle on the first departure side. Naga Siren gets banned up by Gangster, and now 2 more bans going to be coming up shortly. As no time wasted. First departure, they want to go home. They're ready for a nice long sleep here before tomorrow's games. They ban out the Jakiro, and with that, well, 1 more ban coming out from Gangster. It really looks like first departure. They're all about business right now. They've come a long way. They've had a bit of a wait here. They are the last match of today. This is their only match so far. They'll be back tomorrow, win or lose. All the teams today, win or lose, are going to be back tomorrow. No one's getting knocked out today. Tomorrow is when we start getting to our loser bracket. That's when we start seeing teams getting knocked out. And it's always sad. You have teams who've flown a very long way to get here from Vietnam, Indonesia, Sri Lanka, Malaysia, and well, tomorrow we're going to see some of them being sent home packing, although maybe not directly because their tickets, of course, knocked me back until at the end of the tournament. We're going through all the way to Sunday, guys. We've got a 4-day event here in Singapore for your grand finals of the Armaggeddon GoDz Asia Grand Slam. So those of you in Singapore, come on down, check out the event. It's a lot of fun. You can come say hi to me, take a photo with me, or even just some of your teams, your favorite players who are here competing. For those of you at home, keep on supporting the live stream. Thanks everyone for tuning into the Beyond the Summit stream. Rapture doing a great job here producing the event, bringing some awesome cool features like the instant replay, as well as the post-game highlight reel. So a big thanks to those guys, as well as all the other sponsors here at our Dota 2 tournament here in Singapore. Templar Assassin going to be the last band. And well, I mentioned Tinker. There's your Tinker. Saw it last game, and we're going to see it again here from first departure. The Singaporean teams really love to use this hero. First to Roche, and now we're going to see first departure grabbing Tinker as most likely their solo mid. We'll to see whose hands it's going to be. And Miracle, generally the player who takes the anti-mage. Pelosin, I'd say Pelosin really the go-to solo mid player. So probably looking at Pelosin on the solo mid Tinker. Miracle playing the anti-mage carry, and then we need 1 more solo here for them. Somebody's going that off lane.
10 seconds remaining.
Heroes like, I guess, Puck's still in the pool. Winner is still in the pool. Nature's Property, and we've seen if they want to go all that global push, it's Nature's Profit's the way to go. That's how Hirosh did it. Maybe something they look to sort of take a page from their book and look to do as well themselves here. 2 more picks going the way of Gangster though. 1 here and then 1 after the final, the first departure pick. They need support. I'm surprised they're actually taking this long to pick up these heroes because they're very limited as far as support heroes left in the pool. Lena, Leshrak are there, but you don't really have a good setup with those. Maybe we've been looking at something like a Sanking Lena or a Sanking Leshrak. You need that setup, son. That's initiation coming out from one of those 2 heroes. Or if they really want, they go for a jungler. But junglers generally do not fare too well against Tinker. You can't go pushing with a Chen or Enchantress into a March of the Machine. Not to mention late game, having a Chen or Enchantress doesn't really help deal with a Tinker all too well. So I think more likely we look for a strong support duo. Need some sort of additional, basically some consistent lockdown. The problem with the 3 heroes so far, Magnus, he's got a long cooldown on his ultimate. Darkseer, long cooldown on his ultimate. Same for the Faceless Void. These are heroes very reliant on their ultimates in the mid to late game to win a team fight. You need something with basically continual spam, which is where something like a Sanking is great. You've got your Burrow Strike with that short 12-second cooldown. It's where something like a Winner also works out really well because Shackle Shot, Power Shot is reliable spam with short cooldowns. These other heroes, Darkseer and Mag, don't really offer that. They go for a Lion though, so there's one of your 2 supports. They decide they need some lockdown, and I definitely agree with this sentiment. You need to have the Hex, the Impale to deal with the Anti-Mages, and they're going to be running that as a support for the Faceless Void. They can get some XP, some farm, using some pools here as well, so it's a decent pick up in terms of having the lockdown that they're going to need to deal with an Anti-Mage. Not to mention there's a Tinker on the playing field as well. Last pick now for first departure. Who's going to be that offlane hero of theirs? We'll have to wait and see. They've got plenty of time to think things through here. Over a minute of reserve time is left. As the last and final pick here of our last game of day 1. We've got 4 days as mentioned here in Singapore. First departure, well, they're one of the favorites. Them as well as ABC Winter's team are the teams going into this who are sort of your big sort of known teams who have had some great results recently. ABC took down Orange Esports last night in a best of 5 grand finals. First departure in the past have beaten Zenith, have had some great really sort of individual results, and are a team you can never really sort of count out of any match. So those are the 2 teams to really look out for, and they're actually on the same half of the bracket. It is a double elimination, so if one of them does knock the other down in the loser bracket, they can still meet again in the grand finals. But if everything goes according to plan, First Departure and ABC will meet in the winner bracket semi-finals. That's where Hirosh, over on the other side of the bracket, have a good road to get themselves into that winner bracket finals if they can go through Awake. Awake going to be their semi-final opponent in the winner bracket of their side. So that's probably your most likely 4 teams for the winner bracket semi-finals. Awake from Thailand, Hirosh of Singapore, First Departure of Singapore, and then you've got ABC, the Malaysian team. But we'll have to see if First Departure can get there first. Gangster, the Pinoys have been putting up a good fight so far, and well, they're up against an Enigma, and they are going to go for a jungler. They picked themselves up Chen, the Holy Knight, as their 5th and final pick, and I'm not sure if I agree with this. It's definitely an interesting little pick here, but we'll have to see how it pays off. It's not really a good hero against Anti-Mage. Doesn't do too well against the Tinker, and well, as far as pushing goes, it's hard to push into March of the Machines, not to mention the Illuminate spam coming out from a Keeper of the Light, so there's a lot of abilities that can be used against it. Anyways, guys, we are going to have our 2 teams introduced over on the Radiant side, representing the Philippines, flying all the way down from the Philippines. It is Team Gangster. We've got the captain playing the Magnus. He's Heinrich. We've got the Chen in the hands of Job. May playing the carry Faceless Void. We've got Lion in the hands of Arstian, the former Dustbin player. Then we've got Alice W311 playing the Darkseer. Over on the Dire side, the team from Singapore, as mentioned, one of the favorites here in our grand finals at the Armaggeddon Dota 2 Asia Grand Slam. It is First Departure. We've got Dofo playing the Shadow Demon, Pelosin playing the Tinker, Enigma in the hands of Hannah, Lubby playing the Keeper of the Light, and then finally, as expected, it's Miracle. He's living life on the edge, and he's playing the Anti-Mage. A hero we're going to have to see how much on the edge is he going to live. I imagine we'll see some very safe standard builds coming out from him. Battle Fury, Treads, Mantisal, Heart, Butterfly. Standard stuff from an Anti-Mage, but maybe he will look to do something a bit different here. Have to wait and see how we look to play this out. If everything goes according to plan, it's going to be this guy who carries First Departure into that winner bracket semi-finals. But for the Gangster, they're looking for the team fight. They've got the Mag, the Darkseer, and a Faceless Void. It's all about the team fight for them. Their big one-more combo. If they can hit a Mag RP, follow it with a Darkseer, Vacuum, Wall,
you've got the Chronosphere as well to catch out heroes who may be missing that combo, well then suddenly you're looking pretty good. But for first departure, their lineup is all about avoiding team fights. From Anti-Mage's split push to the Tinker split push, to having Keeper of the Light spell, a hero who can use his recall to basically split heroes around the map. They're not going to be looking to take a head-on fight with Gangster. We'll see how these lanes shape out now that the two teams can both see. As I mentioned already, this is a LAN tournament. Unfortunately, a lot of stuff which is in fog can't be said by myself as a result of the fact that the teams can hear me. It is going to be Mag up against Tinker in the mid lane. We'll have Faceless Void farming in the bottom lane, and then we have the top lane, free farm and Anti-Mates. This has been the story of the day. Every single game, it's been a free farm and carry for both two teams. No one's really gone for an offensive trial, and yet no one's really taken that risk. The question is, what do the supports look to do? In this case, Darkseer, he's abandoning the top lane. Over on the Dire side, well, Shadow Demon, Keeper of the Light, doing the standard stuff there. Enigma actually abandoning the off lane as well for himself. Could have maybe looked to deny some XP from this Faceless Void, but decides to go straight into that jungle, not even try and get some XP in farm. And with this lane pushing out, there's just going to be some missed farm and XP for him. This lane would have pushed to his tower, but he's not going to actually be there to get any of this farm, any of this XP. Gangster, well, while they did mess up and push out this lane a bit, it's not going to matter for them. Oh, the Courier Snipe. The Courier Snipe, he's found it. Completely missed it. A team tried to do this earlier today, and I saw it happening, and it didn't happen. This time around, the Courier Snipe succeeds. Shadow Demon, the Courier Sniping badass, has found Mag's Courier, going to deny him of his bottle. Also get first departure, some good early game gold here. Some very perceptive play coming out from Dofa there. He would have been camping on here. As soon as you see the Courier, you go on down and you snipe it. And that's no bottle for Mag for a good 3 minutes now. And this is going to cause him problems because Tinker's going to have a bottle of his own up and he can just spam this wave down as fast as possible. Mag won't have the shockwave to help keep him farming. Mag leading in CS for now, but with his bottle not up, that's not going to remain the case. He'll get turned around very, very quickly. May at bottom lane, well, he's managing to sort of stay on par with the Anti-Mage as far as farm goes. Those two should just be trading farm for farm. Should be very little separating them. The one lane where we see some contesting is going to be mid lane, and, well, the first interesting thing has happened now with that Courier being sniped. Mag, well, there's some boots, but they're not coming out to him. You can't bring them out to yourself when you've got that Courier snipe. And that's going to hurt not just the Mag, but these other heroes as well. The Darkseer, who probably wants to get his Soul Ring. Chen. Well, there's an item, another item at base. All these items just sitting at base, unable to be picked up here for this Gangster team. So a big, big loss to them. The smallest of things, a tiny little Courier snipe. And you lose out on all these items. Even if that doesn't give away all that gold, you're still in a really bad situation. But then you also give away 150, 200 gold to each of these dire heroes. So in the end of the day, it's a huge loss for just one small little movement from Shadow Demon. So really smart play coming up from first departure. 3 minutes in this game, and they're looking to be in a very good position. The Radiant side, they're not... I speak as if they're out of this. We're 3 minutes in. They're still fine, guys. They're still fine. Gangster is still in this game, and, well, we're seeing just what they can do. Farm up their supports. Have Darkseer, well, stack neutrals, farm neutrals. Mag, he's still getting XP in the mid lane. He may be getting zoned out a bit, unable to farm as much, spam as many shockwaves as he wants, but with Tinker not going for a laser rocket build, he's not in danger of dying, and he's getting all the XP he could hope for. He's not falling behind Tinker in terms of XP, really, as both heroes, two heroes, do hit level 5 now, and Mag, I mean, he's still getting some CS. He's actually leading the Tinker still, 21 CS to the 14 of the Tinker, so all in all, it's still a one lane for Mag. He can look at that bottle getting sniped and just think, well, hey, I'm still winning my lane. Ooh. I'll have to wait and see if there's going to be any additional movement. So far, the only movement from the supports has been to snipe a Courier. Shadow Demon and Keeper of the Light can look to sort of get aggressive, find some kills, but it's not going to happen at top. There's just no one there fighting this Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage, well, he had this Ring of Protection to get a Soul Ring with, but we're not going to... So not Soul Ring, get a Tranquil Boots. What am I talking about? Complete brain fart to get Tranquil Boots with, but we're not looking at Tranquil Boots because there's no one in his lane. He does not need Tranquil Boots when he's not laning against anyone. If Darkseer was top using Iron Shell, he might need those Tranquil Boots, but as a solo hero, nah, not needed. O-line. Caught in no man's land. He had an invis room. He was trying to go around from the side with the help of the Chen, and he gets completely caught out and sniped. Pelosin going to try to chase down this Chen now. Is there enough damage there? Is there going to be a laser up in 2 seconds here, but not going to chase this down. Chen now going to back off, back into his own jungle. And finally, Darkseer decides to go top. Look to try to get some farm up there. Anti-Mage, though, is already level 5, approaching that level 6. And once Anti-Mage is level 6, this Darkseer is not safe. You've got that ultimate, you've got the Mana Void. And with Mana Void up, this is not a lane that Darkseer can safely farm in. Anti-Mage has only gone for the 1 point in the Mana Breakers. Guys, we'll take a quick look at that first blood again. It looks like it is ready here. Back at the mid lane, this was the Shadow Demon catching out the line. It looks like the Invis actually wore off, and from there on out, well, line just got completely burst down. Did not stand a chance. There's your instant replay feature in action. As Gangster, well, they're going to find themselves in a bit more action here in just a second. It's going to be Darkseer at top lane. There's no running, there's no hiding. Or maybe there is. Anti-Mage's not going to chase it down. He says, I'm missing too much farm. Think of the creeps I'm missing. I can't chase this when I'm missing creeps. He blinks back to farm.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Radiant team going to use themselves a glyph here. Ooh, Mag. Maybe looking for a skewer of the Enigma up onto this glyph here. Not going to find it. Enigma actually has a TP anyways.
Radiant's middle
And Mag back towards the mid lane. Skewers up to the high ground here. Scared for his life up against this Tinker. As he gets a shockwave. Gets one creep from the high ground. Now goes back to base to heal. Chen is going to hit level 5 now. So level 5 Chen, we're getting double creeps now. Probably should start looking to start pushing down some towers here. You've got Faceless Void farming at bottom lane, but realistically you want to use this Chen to push down early towers, especially while this bottom lane is empty. Tinker without Boots of Travel, Keeper of the Light sitting at top lane. This bottom lane is very vulnerable being pushed, because problem is, if Chen waits too long, well, Keeper of the Light and Tinker are going to be everywhere defending. Oh, Mag. Got to be careful here. Soul Catcher is there as well. Enigma, oh, he's looking for an RP, cancels it. Actually, no, he just completely misses it. Forced to skewer out of there. He will survive this, but he wastes an RP. Illuminate almost finishes him off as well. Forced to bottle up now as well, as Darkseer getting very low in his own jungle, but
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
that was not how Mag envisioned that fight going. Anti-Mage getting closer and closer to this Battle Fury as well. Problems are surmounting. Faceless Void is on par though. It's the one good thing for this Radiant team. Anti-Mage is not ahead of the Faceless Void in terms of farm. They're pretty much dead even. But for the Dire team, they've had Enigma farming up in the jungle. Level 7 on the Enigma. They have quite a decent chunk of gold here as well. Uh-oh, top lane. They've caught out Miracle, the Anti-Mage. Fantastic game coming out from the line as well as Darkseer. I believe we'll catch that one on a replay in just a second to see just how it happened. As our Gangster, they get themselves a big important kill. Anyways, let's take a look at just how that happened at the top lane. Anti-Mage hexed up, fought with an Impale, and well, the Chen and line rotation. I mentioned Chen needs to leave his jungle as soon as possible. He does just that. They catch out the Anti-Mage at the top lane, and that's a big crucial pickup for them, as Anti-Mage was getting completely out of control as far as farm goes. They get the D-Ward as well in the lane ward. So Gangster, they had a bad start, giving up that first blood, but suddenly they're looking a whole lot better. Things still not going their way as far as the gold graph goes, but they'll feel a lot more comfortable now with that kill. It's also going to allow Faceless Void to start getting a couple more creeps ahead of this Anti-Mage. Not by much, give it that. Anti-Mage. This will slow down his Battle Fury by at least a couple of minutes. Something which, as an Anti-Mage, it really can affect everything that happens from here on out in this game. Miracle, well, you've got to be careful. When you're an Anti-Mage, you cannot afford to live life on the edge. You've got to play very safe, conservative, Anti-Mage type play. As this top lane, well, Chen as well as Lion. They're not looking for another kill just yet. Chen has hit level 6 now, so maybe we're looking for that push coming soon. Bottom lane was the place where I thought we'd be looking to see that happen, but right now Enigma is occupying that bottom lane, holding the lines as well as possible. And here we're going to lead things off with a stun here on Mei. Just looks like we're poking around, not really looking for a kill here. Wouldn't just be more annoying than anything. Colossus actually going to reveal himself here. Drop some marching machines at bottom lane. And this marching machines may help him out. Whoa. Not going to scout too much out there. Tinker, it looks like, has got Boots of Travel. Yeah, Boots of Travel are up. And with Boots of Travel up for this Tinker, we're going to see him going wherever needs defending. This is where it gets really hard for Chen. Chen isn't really a pushing hero in this game. Traditionally a pushing jungler, just not going to happen. Void. Going to catch out the Enigma bottom lane. Enigma going to see a TP in coming from a second hero. Chronos going to land instantly on the Keeper. Like, May see 2 heroes go down here. Nope, May backs off. Doesn't want to tank this tower. The Chronos here just being used to ensure the kill. And Lubby, well, he's going to be at this bottom lane now. He can defend though. He's going to be quite happy to defend it. Whoa, 20 HP. He was trying to start that Hell Bear Smasher. What a terrible name. the one thing I can't stand. Call it an Ursa. It's a Hellbear Smasher, apparently. With the Satyr Tormentor. These neutral crit names. I don't know. I'll continually use their Dota 1 names. But this is Dota 2. This is also Faceless Void. Finds himself being forced back to TP back to lane now. He's picked up a Mithril Hammer, so wondering what we're going to be seeing him build as the first item. Potential BKB. Oh, man. RP only going to hit one. It's going to find just the Enigma. He brings Enigma back into the middle of the thing. Enigma trying to find a black hole, just not going to succeed in doing so. Conversions are there. It does get the black hole off now. Oh, this is not looking good for Faceless Void. Illuminate goes flying on through. Going to finish off the Void. They want the mag as well. Can they get him? It looks like he's going to get away to safety. Huge black hole from Enigma. It didn't look like he had a black hole, but he came back in, did find the target. As our Chen, Eidolon damage is there. He needs to be careful. He's taking a lot of damage. Pelosin going to finish him off. Pelosin finishes off the mag actually a bit earlier on. So a 3-hero kill swing going the way of First Departure. And the entire time you've got Anti-Mage farming at the top lane. He is sort of farming up against the Darks here. But with his Ringer health, he's got the HP regen. And he may just look to fight this Darks here. Needs to be careful about how much damage he's taking, but he's pinging. He wants to go for this kill. He's going to blink away. Decides he can't fight this just now. Uh-oh. Anti-Mage, be careful, son. Don't go blinking in. Danger awaits. He's now dropped his Quelling Blade. He's bottling up. He's using the Tinker's bottle. Tinker comes up just to heal him up. Laser even being used to help get these creeps down nice and low. Everything being used just to help out this Anti-Mage at top lane. And he's now back to full. He's almost got his battle for him. We're 12 minutes in. Ideally, he'd have it by now, especially considering he hasn't gone for a boots build. He's got no boots whatsoever. This is normally when you'd want to have your Battle Fury as a free farming Anti-Mage. 11, 12 minutes. It's going to be about a minute behind that. And that comes to having that death. Possibly, uh-oh. We're looking at another death here. Lions come in. Darkseid as well. Impale. Miracle goes down. Forget 1 minute delay. We're now looking at a 2 to 3 minute delayed Battle Fury on Miracle on this Anti-Mage.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Gangster doing a great job of being basically applying pressure when it's needed. It's not continually sending 2-3 heroes top to deal with Anti-Mage. It's just timing when they look to send a couple there. When they can get a kill, they do so, and then they leave him. They give him another couple minutes of farm, and then they come gank him again. And now they're going to get a tier 1 tower out of this. It looks like we'll see the first tower of the game maybe drop at top lane. Anti-Mage is back up, so probably wants to TP in here. Tinker's there as well. This is really going to be the hard thing for Gangster. How do you push towers against the Tinker? Whoa, mag. Airball again. Looking for an RP, and once again, much like the earlier one at top here, complete whiff.
Dire's top tower is
unfortunate. And that's going to make this tier 1 tower push to top a whole lot harder. With mag not having that RP. It is going to get down to deny range here. We may look to just try to finish this off. It looks like Tinker's not going to come in and make a play for this.
Dire's top tower
it does go down, and well, what a First Departure getting returned. They've got a couple heroes bottom. They've got Keeper of the Light and Tinker mid. They get the tier 1 mid tower. Actually goes to wait to Lubby on the Keeper of the Light. Wow, look at that farm on him. He's looking at a mech coming up very, very soon. Gangster. Oh, they found an opening on the Enigma here at bottom lane. Defensive disruption. Faces Void, realizes, oh crap, I'm in over my head, but there's a finger of death. It's going to be popped. Enigma gets burst down. Tinker's going to keep his way in now. Look for this revenge kill on the Lion. There's vision. Shadow Poison going to give the vision needed. Tinker, well, he's just going to use one more rocket. He's got the mind to do so, not going to actually need it. And it's a 1-for-1 trade at the bottom lane. Enigma for the Lion. Faces Void going to go back to farming under his tower. He's going for a straight BKB. Very safe defensive item, not going for that farming Battle Fury. In the short run, it may help keep him alive, but long term, Anti-Mage is going to out-farm him when he doesn't have a Battle Fury of his own. And Anti-Mage, well, he goes Battle Fury now. He's going to start accelerating his farm. Mid lane, Gangster. No Blink Dagger up yet on this mag, and he's really struggled to get off any sort of an ultimate without having a Blink Dagger up. Job is there. Looking to look for a mech of his own. And that's just seeing Darkseid. It actually looks like Darkseid building a mech. So Chen will be looking at something, well, maybe a dual mech. Maybe the pipe for his team. Darkseid's, well, there we go. He's completed his. The push is on once again. And considering they have a Tinker as well as Keeper of the Light, First Departure have sort of been struggling to defend a bit. They'll hold this off. They'll also get one of those Chen creeps, but it's still a bit of damage done. Tinker just wasn't really there, positioned in time to spam it off quickly enough. First departure are going for a counter push at bottom lane. It looks like they should be able to get this tier 1 tower uncontested. Eidolons are there playing a ton of damage. And a tier 1 tower will drop. Mech up on the Enigma. What is with this game? It looks like both teams going for like dual mechs. Keeper of the Light was going for a mech, and he's like, oh wait, I can't go for a mech. Enigma has one. Darkseid was going for a mech, as well as the Chen. It's like the 4 mech game. I just don't know what we're looking at here, but it looks like both teams have realized what's going on. Chen stops building his mech. Maybe going to look for a pipe for his team, and then we have the Keeper of the Light. Forgets about the mech, and now going to go back for a 4-star. And the push at bottom, it's going to continue. Enigma, Keeper, as well as Tinker, just continually pushing this. Applying a lot of pressure. Insnare, Centaur Stomp, they want this Enigma. But there's no follow-up damage. They're just giving away Chen creeps. This is just food. Extra gold going the way of this Enigma. Gets himself another Eidolon army. Well, tries to get himself another Eidolon army. Loses one instantly, and looks like he's going to be careful. Oh, Faceless Boy getting blocked by some Eidolons here. Oh, Keep Light Illuminate is going to go flying on through. Does miss May. But here comes the cavalry. Here comes the Lion. Here comes the Darkseid from the side. Not going to get off the vacuum here. Enigma, careful. Needs to be very, very careful. Does have a mecha, but I don't think he's going to get a chance to pop it. Does do so now. RP gets cancelled this time. Doesn't actually blow it. Oh, Hannah walks into the Chronosphere. Tinker as well going to get caught out in that. May, though, being very careful not to go going in here. Miracle living life on the edge. Gets caught in the RP. There's your RP. Finally going to land this time around as Dark here. Well, he gets himself out of the fight. Faceless Boy and Anti just juking things out. Oh, Faceless Boy down to about 40 HP. Forced to go on the run here. Tinker finishes off the line on the back lines. And Faceless Boy narrowly surviving. Faceless Boy going to get surged back to base here. And this push up on the line, it's going to continue. I believe Antimate's got recalled in that fight by the Keeper of the Light. It's the beauty of having this split pushing lineup. If a fight does break out, you can recall your carry. Even with just Tread's Battle Fury, having some basic items, he still can do quite a decent amount of damage. And bottom lane, Darkseid, we mentioned he has got that mech. What do we look at Chen getting? He's got arcane boots and a headdress, but we're probably not going to see him look for get himself a complete mech now. Having that second mech would just be so wasteful. Oh, first hit bash. He needs more bashes though. All the luck in the world. And it still probably wouldn't have been enough. He would have needed about 3 or 4 consecutive bashes there. Oh, bottom lane. They're going to find a pick off here on the Darkseid. He gets caught out on his own. Enigma is starting to go to BKB now with this Ogre Club, and well, the ganking potential is just there. The first departure, this global lineup of theirs, it just allows them to gank anyone on the map, and well, mid lane Gangster are going for a tier 1 counter push. As push at bottom lane is happening. We'll take another quick look at that kill, just to catch exactly what happened here. Darkseid, well, tries to surge away, but there's no surging away when there's an Enigma stun on you. The Malefice stunning multiple times. Also the Demonic Purge coming out from the Shadow Demon. Plenty of firepower to make sure that they actually bring down Darkseid. Mid lane, well, towers are starting to fall. Finally, Gangster managed to get themselves that mid tier 1 tower, but the problem is, they're losing this bottom tier 2. Antimates gets brought in by the Keeper of the Light, it looks like, and this tier 2 tower is going to get brought down by Miracle. He blinks himself away immediately. Faceless Void is looking for a bit of a rebuttal here. Chronosphere, oh, catches just 2. Keeper of the Light forced up out of there. Problem is, Shadow Demon, you caught in trouble. Enigma, Black Hole, is it going to come? No, he gets impaled up. RP is there. Antimate gets caught in the RP as well. Double kill from the Mag, and Antimate, can he get focused down here? He's taking a lot of damage. Will blink himself out of there. Fantastic timing coming from the Mag with the RP. Manages to get his team 3 consecutive kills. Shadow Demon actually with a buyback here. Courier getting down nice and low. Oh, Courier. Hide the Courier, hide. It looks like he'll succeed. No, Faceless Void is there. Dire Courier goes down. 3 kills, a buyback, and a Courier kill. Everything going the way of Gangster there. They're now up 10 kills to 7. A big swing that we'll be seeing go back towards this Radiant team. As well, they're going to have to look to sort of play a bit more conservative here, I feel. Antimate 0, 2, and 0. He's being brought to these fights by the Keeper of the Light, but he's just unable to really do enough damage. Pack enough punch. Oh, bottom lane. Void going to get caught out. He catches, sorry, Void going to catch someone out. He catches out the Tinker. Chen actually finishing off that kill here. Now we see the push is going to commence. With Tinker on the sidelines, well, it becomes a whole lot easier to push these lanes. You've got the bottom tier 1 town, which just looks like it could be up for the grabs. Not going to see a push coming in though. Chen and Faceless Void just doing their part to keep their farm up.
Radiant's top tower is under
As
attack.
I will take a quick recap of that last battle at the bottom lane. Here we have it. Lion actually goes in, he takes a lot of damage here, but doesn't quite go down right off the bat. Pelosin, well, he gets completely assassinated. I think he was getting a bit too greedy there, looking for that Lion. And well, Lion, as soon as he gets off that disable, well, it was all said and done. Tinker just getting caught out in a bad position there, getting a bit too overzealous. Now we have Darkseid bottom lane. He's got a lot of gold now after these last recent couple of team fights. I think it's 5 consecutive kills going the way of this Gangster team, so First Departure really going to be very careful with how they start playing this. There's your next piece of the puzzle for the anti-mates as we go towards the late game. Mag, he's had this Blink Dagger up for some time now, and well, it's worked out pretty well for them these last couple of fights. And with RP up, you've got to feel Gangster, a team completely built around team fighting with the Mag, the Void, the Darkseid, are going to be looking for a team fight soon. Bottom lane, maybe they can look to do one there around that tier 1 tower, or otherwise they just look for First Departure to make another mistake. They've been doing a few here, being very cocky in some of these positions. And I think it's something where their strategy is very high risk. When you're playing a split push style of play, you're very prone to getting picked off, and it's something that's going to happen regardless. When you've got Tinker constantly tipping the lanes, pushing them out, same applies for the Antimate being very aggressive with his blinks and pushes. It's going to happen sooner or later, so it's very, very difficult for First Departure to play a flawless game with a split push style of play. For Gangster, it's all about capitalizing as often as possible on those heroes who are on their own. Well, for the time being, Gangster not going to try to force the issue too much. They're waiting for the next damage item coming out on the Faceless Void, it looks like. And this is where we can go for the straight BKB. Because of the Mag, because of the Empower, May does not have to go for a straight damage item. He even gets the cleave from the Empower. Mag with level 12 does have only 2 points in the Empower, but once we see level 14 Mag, this Faceless Void gets the free cleave, the free damage as well. And it's the 50% bonus damage and 50% cleave as well. All Void would want right now, and this is really some great synergy in the team fight coming out from Gangster. As mentioned, First Departure, they don't want a team fight, they just want a split push. Avoid those ultis at all costs, and well, Enigma's getting something to help deal with some of those disables and lockdowns, most notably the Lion, the Vacuum as well. Having a BKB up, but the problem is there's 2 big spells that go through it, the Chronosphere as well as that Mag RP. Still plenty of ability to get caught out, and Chen even. If you get a Dark Troll Trapper, you get the Ensnare up, there's another ability that you can use to go through an Enigma BKB Black Hole. Gangster going to reveal their Faceless Void alone in the top lane, pushing very, very aggressively. But First Departure, well, they're not having any of it. They're looking to defend this bottom tier 1 tower, something that they can do very successfully with a Tinker. Anti-Mage still continuing to farm, trying to keep that GPM up. And Faceless Void, tier 2 tower at top, may just be his for the grabbing. Mag comes in, as does Chen, and with this they've got 3 heroes up here trying to deal with this tier 2 tower. Tinker going to try to spam things off, but he's on his own for the time being. Oh, Radiant, they lose their courier again. They're going to lose their courier as well as Darkseid. It looks like Darkseid's picked up an ultimate dog, going to start doing a cheap stick here. Darkseid focused down, brought down. They're going to exchange that for a top tier 2 tower, but all said and done, and that's a decent trade for Gangster. They're not going to be happy about losing their courier for what's like the 2nd time this game. This game has just been absolute bloodshed for couriers. 3 courier kills in just 23 minutes. These poor, poor animals. Job. There we go. He's looking to turn this Hedris into a pipe of insight. He's got himself a hood that will help against his Tinker as well as Keeper of the Light spam. A lot of AoE spam in these team fights, so having a pipe will definitely help out against those 2 spells. Anti-Mage still farming away. He's going to be looking for that Mantis up very, very soon. Gone for quite a couple points in stats, but he has maxed out both Mana Break as well as Blink now. Spell Shield just to 1 point. He gets mech'd up, goes into the enemy jungle and just going to start farming away. Lion, I love this pickup here. This is going to make this Anti-Mage so much more killable. Even when he's got a Mantis style, you can chain disable him down, catch him by surprise, get a Hex off right away before he Mantis. Well, suddenly he can be a lot easier to kill. And there's Void's damage item. He's now completed it. Goes for it 2nd. Normally this is a very standard Void build, just not in this order. Normally it's the Treads, then the Battle Fury, then the BKB. He went a bit backwards here, but I think it's an alright decision. Problem is late game we're looking at a slightly shorter BKB. Oh, he pops it here. He's going to use it defensively. Tinker may have been over his head here. Going Gonna get caught out, needs one more bash, will get the bash. Pelosin gets brought down. Uh-oh, Void, you're gonna run now. Gonna get healed up by the Chen. It looks like there's no demonic purge. Actually gets used here. Mag comes in from the side with an RP, skewers him back into the Faceless Void. Faceless Void just goes to town with some big cleaves here. May gets one, gonna make it 2. 3 hero kill swing goes the way of Gangster. They lose their Chen, I believe that was bottom lane. Chen gets caught by an Anti-Mage. Oh, Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage does as Anti-Mage does do best, and that is push and push and push. He's going to go for a tier 3 tower here. Blink from the Lion. Impale to follow it up. Is there a mana for a Hex? It doesn't look like there is one at the moment. Maybe not sure what's the real one. Oh, there's your Hex. Anti-Mage caught out, brought down, and Miracle, well, he was living life way too much on the edge there, and with 4 heroes down, the 2 supports about to respawn, but both Tinker and Anti-Mage dead. Gangster going to get to work on a T3 tower of their own. Gloop's going to get popped here, but very, very sloppy play from both teams. First the top lane where Faceless Void was given 3 kills, and now we saw Anti-Mage caught out of bottom lane. Darkseid on the run now. Does have a wall of replica, but not going to get a chance to use it. He gets caught out. Both teams overextending drastically. 16 kills to 10 now for Gangster, but they've got to worry about that Anti-Mage split push. They've seen a taste of what's to come, with the Anti-Mage bringing down a tier 3 tower down to about 300 HP. The Mantis up gives him such a strong split push. It's just so damn annoying to verse. Now mid lane, Tinker just trying to spam things off here as much as possible. Both teams sort of getting back into a groove here, looking to find their footing. Get some more farm, get some more key items. Chen still doesn't have that pipe up. Lines at this blink now, probably going to be quite some time before another item up on him. Mag with the blink, drums and arcane boots. Well, his next luxury item, we all know what that's going to be. Every single Mag loves to have it. What's better than 1 RP? It's always going to be 2 RPs. And that's going to be his next pickup following this Drum of Endurance. Enigma and Tinker just trying to hold off this bottom lane. This tier 1 tower has been kept up for so long, and look at its HP. There's been such continual pressure at this bottom lane from Gangster, but they've only brought down this tower by about 200-300 damage. Goes to show the power of this Tinker draft, as well as having to keep it alive. Even the Enigma just being there to defend it. Oh, and boy, he's now been given a gem. Lubby's bought him the gem. Also, Lubby's bought him the gem, given him the gem from the other team. He got brought down, I believe, at the top lane engagement. I didn't actually realize he dropped a gem there, but Faceless Void now with a free gifted gem. Something that First Departure were looking to use to get them some map control. Now finally we see this bottom lane being pushed in once again. Tornado going to try to scout things out. There's your vacuum. Oh, skewer backwards, not going to land. Was looking for the backwards skewer with the blink, didn't actually find it. They will get a tier 1 tower out of this. I say that, but they need to be careful because Faceless Void isn't there. He's top. Tier 1 tower should go down here, but if there's a possible engagement, they won't have this Faceless Void. There's not really anything to TP towards. Antimage's going to go blinking in here. Oh, Antimage, he smells blood. He smells the Darkseid as well. Oh, Mana Void does a ton of damage. Almost brings down the Darkseid with enough. Laser going to finish him off. Chen also in all sorts of trouble. Chen going to try hide himself in some trees here. There's enough damage to bring him down. That looks like a TP out from the line. That's going to save his soul. But First Departure get themselves 3 kills, and it all came from the Faceless Void not being there. He was off pushing out and farming that top lane. Does have himself a ton of farm now. And look at that damage with the Empower. Needs to be careful though. 2 teammates are down. Whoa. Keeper of the Light maybe hoping for a Chronosphere there. If he forced up out of that, could waste the Chronosphere, but Faceless Void does not take the bait. Ooh. Oi, 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 oi. Mag looking for the openings at mid lane. Even with RP on cooldown, he's still looking for the blink skewer. He knows if he can get that Faceless Void, should be able to finish him off. Even if you have to use that Chronosphere. Oh, Anti-Mage. Stop it, Anti-Mage. Tier 3 tower is down. Gangster found themselves, well, being victim of a very, very annoying split push coming up from First Departure. And this is the next target for them, if they can get that. Gangster need to push out these lanes as fast as possible. A lot of gold up in this Faceless Void. Probably look to start building imagine a butterfly. You need the evasion against the Anti-Mage. Well, you don't need it, but it definitely helps out. Also, the attack speed you get from that makes Anti-Mage a lot more killable. You can lock him down in those team fights. Gangster have a strong team fight here. If they can get up a Sheepstick on this Darkseid as well, they definitely have a number of ways of dealing with Anti-Mage. The Sheepstick, the line with the Blink Hex, the Blink Impale. You've got Faceless Void with a Chronosphere, a ton of damage, and the Mag RP. Problem is, it's now an Anti-Mage with 2 lives. He gets himself an Aegis of the Immortal here as First Departure take down Roshan. And a lot of gold on Anti-Mage. Probably going to look for maybe a butterfly of his own to help deal with this Faceless Void. So Butterfly versus Butterfly likely to be the way that we see this game progress to the late game, unless Anti-Mage goes for the HP option. He could look for a harder Trask. As Miracle at the bottom lane, well, back to split pushing. They've already got the tier 3 talent. The problem is, Gangster, they want to try to find a team fight and push this mid lane, but they're just unable to do so when Anti-Mage is constantly there split pushing. And if there is a team fight, Cupidlight can recall him back in. Oh, Mag. He's going to find the Anti-Mage, and the problem is, it's not the hero he wanted to find. He's out of mana, gets completely destroyed by a mana void. And now Gangster, well, there's no chance of pushing without this mag up. And even just defending is going to be tough. Luckily, it's just an Anti-Mage split push coming out. They're going to maybe look to shift their attention elsewhere. Tinker's still pushing out, farming the top lane. He's looking at a sheep stick of his own. And boy, is it coming soon. You're going to see a couple of sheep sticks up in this game fairly soon, it looks like. Tinker, as well as Darkseer, both opting for one. Enigma, oh, he's had some nice sort of late game item progression coming his way. The mech, the BKB, and now this item. Anti-Mage a bit low in HP and mana here. We'll have to wait and see what he looks to buy now with all this gold he's managed to get. He's had this Manta Beefier for some time, but opting not to buy too much more just yet. Oh, top. They almost catch out the Tinker. Gets caught out playing very, very aggressive. Chronosphere even being used as well. Whoa. Not something I caught there, but it looks like Chronosphere being used. Tried to kill the Tinker off there, but Tinker manages to escape. Bottom lane, Anti-Mage still pushing. With an Aegis now, can be even more aggressive.
Middle tower is under attack.
Mid lane, you've got Cupidlight, Shadow Demon, and Enigma applying pressure. This is where First Departure just shine. This is where they're in their element. They're pushing maybe one or two lanes. They're farming, spamming another with the Tinker. It's just all over the map. They're farming, they're pushing, they're being annoying, they're harassing. And it's just continual pressure, continual farming and aggression. Whereas Gangster, they've got maybe one or two heroes farming at all times, maximum. They've got 3 heroes sharing the farm at mid lane. Lion just walking around trying to do some warding, and then you've got Void, well, generally farming, but right now, he's not even farming. Just trying to pick up that next big item of his.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And well, look at this item progression. It's not just the characters, it's not just Anti-Mage. Keeper of the Light with some good late game items, Enigma with tons. Then you've got heroes like Shadow Demon, who may be poor, but as a hard support, that 5 position support, we'll be looking at a 4-star sometime soon, it looks like. And these last couple out of towns is going to be the target for First Departure, the tier 2 at top. While they still have this Aegis, it looks like they want to try force the issue, and well, also while they have this next big item on Anti-Mage, it's going to be a split push. It's not all in at top. They revealed 3 there. Question is, where's the Tinker, where's the Anti-Mage? Where do they look to make their mark? Tinker can TP in at any time. Anti-Mage can get recalled in by the Cupid Light any time. So if Gangster try team fight top, well, it's not going to go well for them. Void, he's got the evasion up. He hasn't got the completed butterfly, but he's got his talisman of evasion with an eagle song. He's going to have to make sure that he can come to these fights, get off a big Chronosphere. So much is going to be relying on him to do a lot of DPS, which can come. When you combine the Faceless Void with that mag, it's bound to start happening. Problem is, this tier 2 tower top, they're just not in position to defend Gangster. Looks like it may be an uncontested tower. Oh no. No, First Departure, just a bit tentative to do too much here. They decide to back off, even with Tinker once again. TP's in, blinks the trees, drops March, and just being as annoying and pesky as possible. And Gangster just not wanting to really try find him or even try look for an engagement top lane. Too many heroes missing on this map. Anti-Mage reveals himself at mid with a Heart of Trask, and that makes him so much harder to kill.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
The longer this game goes, it's good. There's definitely pros for both teams. For the Radiant team, we're looking at a refresher on the mag as we go late game. They've also got a really strong late game team fight with the Darkseer ultimate, the mag ultimate, and a Faceless Void with Empower. The Dire team, well, their late game's not too bad themselves. Shadow Demon as a support, a great late game utility hero. Enigma with a BKB Black Hole. And you've got the Anti-Mage, sort of the kings of carry, the kings of this annoying split push.
Radiant's middle tower
Anti-Mage, oh, Darkseer needs to be careful here. Surges himself away from some illusions. There's Anti-Mage just popping his Manta. Looks like he's going to deal with that T2 tower at mid. And this game entering a much more passive state now. Even with Aegis up on the Anti-Mage, First Departure just not interested in pushing, not interested in doing all too much. They're waiting for that next item of his, and well, when you've got the heart, there's only one item left to get, the butterfly. I mentioned at the start, this is your cookie cutter anti-mage. Treads, Battle Fury, Manta, Heart, and then you get the Butterfly. And then you're maxed out. The last slot, Aegis, TP Scroll. Maybe late game you look to replace it with something like an Abyssal Blade or an Assault Crest. Oh, anti-mage. He may just try to fight his way out of this one. Pause coming actually. Very, very timely pause. Anti-mage is just juking out the Faceless Void at bottom lane, and it looks like Anti-mage, actually, his computer crash? Oh no. Computer crash coming out from the Anti-mage there. That's a bit unfortunate, as we will see Anti-mage and Faceless Void in a head-on man fight here. Anti-mage, if he can burn down a lot of this Faceless Void mana quickly, will be looking okay. He needs to pop this Manta style quickly. Looks like he's ready to go. Didn't actually have to reconnect. Manta, start going to town. Problem is he's not mana burning anything. There's a Chronosphere as well as a Chen heal. Oh, they changed target. They're going to go into the Tinker. Is there enough damage to bring down the Tinker? It looks like there is. He's going to go Scepter up. The problem is there's a Mag with a Shockwave to finish him off. And now it's the Anti-mage going to chase down this Mag. Needs one more right click. Will find it. Faceless Void goes down as well. 2 for 1 to first departure. Great, great play from them. They bring in the Keeper of the Light. They bring in the Tinker as well. Tinker does get picked off, but he only just died. He almost actually survived that with that Ghost Scepter. He forced away. I say he forced away. He doesn't have a force up. He just Ghost Sceptered. And he managed to survive the Faceless Void bills. The Shockwave that finished him off. Tinker actually going to buy back as well now. Pelosin, he does not want to wait for that 60-second respawn. He says, I've had enough. I'm coming right back into this. Let's keep applying pressure, especially with both Void and the Mag on the sidelines. 2 key heroes gone. And as a result, first departure looking to get very aggressive. Try maybe even take down some racks here. Anti-mage blinks in, takes out the Mag in a matter of seconds. Mag buys back here, trying to basically takes out the Mag, takes out the line. It looks like Mag buys back. Line is on the sidelines, and now these racks at bottom do not stand a chance. Swift going to be popped here. Miracle, well, he's living life on the edge no longer. He finds himself another kill, finishes off the chance. The bottom racks as well going to go down. It's the melee barracks. Miracle just going to try chase down a few more heroes here with the Heart as well as Butterfly, just doing too much damage, even under the enemy fountain. He pops the man stuff, brings down Darkseer in his own fountain. 50 seconds to respawn for Darkseer. No goal for buyback. Oh, or is there? No buyback used just yet by the Darkseer, and with the bottom racks going down, it looks like, well, things are looking very difficult for Gangster. Chronosphere up soon for the Faceless Void. Can he actually defend this? Miracle going to look for another set of racks here at mid. We're splitting in, looking for this tier 3 tower, and this could be trouble for Gangster. They need to find a big engagement here. And where's it going to come from? Tier 3 tower goes down. Darkseer not opting to buy back right now. Oh no. Enigma, BKB, blink back hole, catches out 2, and including the Faceless Void. Faceless Void gets burst down, and Faceless Void does not have any way back in this fight. Darkseer decides the entire time did have buyback goal, but just decides not to use it. Very surprised by that decision. As a result, well, the fight does not go well for this Gangster side. The Filipinos, well, they fought hard, they fought well, they fought long and hard, but this is going to be the end for them. Anti-mage just farming in the enemy fountain. Gangster going to get taken out of their own fountain. There's your GG call. First departure of victorious. They take out the Filipino team. Gangster from the winner bracket. Gangster still in this, so there is a loser bracket where they'll drop down to. And first departure, they move on. They advance to the winner bracket semi-final, where they'll verse, I believe, the winner of ABC and someone else, who at this point I'm not quite sure who it is. My memory does not serve me well enough, but they're going to be going on to the winner bracket semi-finals. They take out Gangster in, well, not the most convincing fashion, a couple of mistakes here and there, but all in all, first departure played a pretty solid game. They stuck true to their style, they went for the split push, they had Miracle on his sort of trademark anti-mage, and it all went very well for them, guys. Thanks everyone for tuning in to the live stream on the Beyond the Summit channel. Thanks everyone for coming down here to the Marina Bay Sands Convention Center to check out the Armaggeddon Dota 2 Asia Grand Slam, featuring some of the best upcoming teams in Southeast Asia, with $20,000 in prize money, sponsorship gear, as well as a sponsorship contract app for grabs. We'll be back soon. I believe this is our last match of the day, but we have plenty more live action over the next 3 days. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and hopefully we'll see you more in the next couple of days.